Okay, round two, Maelstrom, about to go in there. I've got my Impale, I'm gonna execute on my main bar instead of my Interrupt, and I should have Crippling Grasp on the back bar instead of the CC. Everything else should be pretty much the same. I've got a Soul Tether instead of the damage reduction. This used to be really hard before they changed Harness Magicka. Harness Magicka now reduces physical damage, so you can actually kind of ignore the blades. They're really not an issue. I'll get into trouble a couple times here because I'll take a little too much damage from the blades, but really it's not hard. You just gotta try to keep your buffs up, keep doing your little weaves. As you can see, the healing is, like, I'm not really taking any real serious damage. Not really focusing the blades. There is something I am doing here. There's a pass point kind of in this corner, not really a corner, but to the right. See where that lever is? There's a point at which the outside blade, see where outside blade comes forward, the inside blade goes forward. There's a point where you can kind of step between them, sort of, without really using a speed buff. It's easier with a speed buff, but by kind of hanging out there, you can reduce a lot of the excess damage that you'll take. There's not really any serious damage in round two, especially since they changed that Harness Magicka, so you'll get these little ball dudes. They're really easy to avoid their damage. The medium weave with the sap usually will take them out. Just keep your buffs up. You get these dudes, they don't really do much. If they get too close to you, you just need to block them. So right there, I stood in the blades for too long. I took a little too much damage, but then I used my ult to heal myself up. Again, keeping buffs up. Trying to stay out of bad. I can preset my little path there. It means I won't have the major resolve and stuff up as long during the fight, but it allows me to get damage on them instantly. And I don't really need the major resolve for most of this. And when we get to the boss here, there's a safe way to do the bosses up here in a sec, where you basically because every time you burn the boss a 25% point, you know, so basically 25% down to 75, 25% down 50, 25% down 25. Every one of those points, he's going to go into he's basically going to go invincible. He's going to sit down. He's going to summon another boss. So if you don't DPS a second boss, then you only have to take two bosses at once. But it means you got to kind of just stand around and avoid damage until the first boss comes out of his defensive position. With Deathstroke, you can keep pressure on all the bosses, so I don't actually do that anymore. That's a safe way, it's a slow way. There's real no reason to do it once you know it well. You just keep pressure. See, I've already got him at 77, I just gotta get him to 75. Right there, he's at 75, I move on to the next guy. And you just basically go in a circle. It's really simple. Rotate around, keep pressure on him. When you need extra pressure, you use your ultimate. If I do this perfectly, I'll never have more than one boss up at once, but I don't do it perfectly. I actually do it really poorly here. But as you can see, even if you do mishandle it, it's really not hard. If they start one of their little abilities, they won't go immediately into their the defensive posture if they start to cast. So what they can do is, number one, it can help you get a little more DPS on them. But number two, it means you're going to have one up a little longer than you'd probably like. Which I think happens here somewhere. So, again, just keep rotating around the circle. Pick one, push him down 25%, and you know he's going to go immune as soon as he gets there. So, then move on to the next one. Just keep your buffs up. Keep Sap Essence. Not Sap Essence, Swallow Souling them. And they're just going to keep doing it, and then I think I kill one of these guys a little early because he goes into I think it's this guy. Yeah, he goes into an overhead cast when he's low, so I was able to burn him early. So normally I would go another round with him, but yeah, it's not hard. Round 2 is easy. Round 2's it's the second easiest round out there. Especially to change the Harness Magicka on a Magicka user with mobility. Round 2 is not hard. Well, there it is.